She's wanting Big Mike to serve her, but Big Mike doesn't want any action. This is getting repaired today, along with the tops all getting sealed. We've got the dry stone wallers in. So I've set up a trailer there, which is real handy for them. Just work along the top there, get some slabs up with a forklift, less distance to lug them about. We'll leave them to it, they're hoping to get the majority of it done today, and then a wee bit of time tomorrow as well. Harvey's just starting to power wash a bay, a cattle pen in there. I was kind of scratching my head like, who am I going to get to fix this wall, to repair this wall, and just googled dry stone wallers Perth. And Martin, whose business it is, he lives from our road end 800 metres, which I had no idea about, so that's a handy contact to know. This forklift and trailer, yard one bound, get it back home where it needs to be. Wednesday today, it's going to rain on Saturday. Just been to Scott Agri to collect a mirror to go on here, because this one is gone. Come on, in you go. There we go, that looks a bit nicer. I do still have the glass. Here it is. It's been smashed for a number of years, and then coming along the road it just fell out. So that was the end of that. Right, we're in my brother's garden here. The water to the house runs across the garden. He's had a burst on the other side of the digger. So we know it's plastic to somewhere in here, and we dug it up to about here, where we've managed to find where it goes from plastic back to copper. I've just been turned the water off. I'm going to take that off, put that in, and then we can just dig all that out. We don't need to be careful about the pipe. Back to just beyond where it's broken, and then we'll put that fitting further up that direction. I can turn that back on now. Who can tell me whether that is a male or a female red kite? Can you tell from this distance? I don't know. Harvey's working away. Nice and spick and span in there. Borehole water back on. There we go. Harvey's getting on well in there. He's done that pen and the pen behind it last week or the week before. He makes a good job of it actually. Don't bother doing the floor. Do the walls and 2 foot out from the floor, and then sweep a brush on while it's still wet. A couple of passes with that and it does the same job. Right, this should be live now. Yeah, there you go. Leave that. Next step, dig a trench from here to that way. So this is where the burst is, in that pond. The pipe runs about there, so we'll take it back to somewhere in here, find it, cut it, we'll pipe into about there, and fingers crossed that'll get us going again. We did dig up the tarmac over here. There's 2 Tobies in here, 1 and 2. That one feeds the house. That one seems like it also feeds the house, but not that sure. But they go way off under there. I think that must tee off of this one somewhere back there, but we don't want to dig up a load of tarmac, so it's going to replace it to there, and that'll hopefully do. We're getting there, slowly, no expert, but I think we should be able to fix this. We're just taking out all of the old metal pipe because while we're at it, we've got a digger in the garden, let's just get on with it and do it all. So everything under the garden now will be plastic. 32mm Alcathene. Steady does it. I did scrape off all the turf and laid it separate so we could lay it all back in, but my brother just wants to reseed it all, so. All going fine?
Yeah, totally fine, yeah.
Right, I need to go and get a 32mm straight fitting. I thought I had one, but I don't. Here comes the nut. Pipe is in, it's not joined at either end, and I need a grinder for this end to cut the copper pipe. Bro's just putting a bit of soil on the pipe, and then he's going to backfill the centre part of it. Water fitting, grinder disc, and also there's a guy from Vencomatic. They're a manufacturer of hen equipment, internals of sheds effectively. As I have mentioned in a lot of previous videos, hens are one of the things we're needing to sort out, and our current sheds are past end of life. They are needing replaced. So we're just talking to companies at the moment, shed builders, hen equipment manufacturers, grading equipment, to hopefully figure out the best course of action for us. Supplies secured from HIS. Job done. Back to Goulburn to meet this guy Will from Vencomatic. He's coming up from Wales. He's a Welshman. I think he's fairly new to Vencomatic. I can't remember who put us in touch with this guy actually, but whoever it was said he was pretty handy. So right, it's a few hours later, we're needing water running, so I've quickly yoked it up. We're actually putting a new valve in there, but hopefully this will make it work for now. I'm going to turn the valve and fingers crossed there's no leaks, otherwise Gate Lady's going to hang me because we've not got water either. And I promised it earlier than this. Right, good start. No obvious water there. Anything leaking? So far so good. Still need to build up to pressure, but... oh no, there it comes. Damn it. Oh, attempt 2, even worse. I've spent the last 40 minutes trying to get one joint to seal. And I'm not convinced it is. Is that still dripping? You know what, it's sealed enough. Gate Lady's not happy with me because there's no water at the house and she's trying to make tea for people coming round. So that's why it's a temporary fix right now. You know what, it's sealed enough. It's sealed a damn enough. We'll tackle it again in the morning once the houses are not needing water. My brother's backfilled some of this. This all still needs done, and the plan is the fitting that's in there right now will stay. I was going to put a valve in right here, but I need that style fitting for going onto the copper pipe obviously. And I don't know where to find that style fitting for a metal pipe with a valve on it, going then reducing down to the 32mm plastic. So I was thinking I'll just leave that there, and then in there I'll put a valve. I'll put an upright in there, so we've got access to shut everything off, because the valves that are here right now don't really work, we've discovered. The boys who are working on the wall have just disappeared. They'll be back tomorrow. That is lovely. We're going to point it tomorrow. Oh, I can have them back any day. That's lovely. That's a skill. That is a serious skill. We've started string lining for the top here. They've repaired that section. There's all bits along there they've repaired, and then they've slabbed the hole at the top of it. They're going to slab the hole at the top of that. That is going to make all that nice and neat and tidy. What I might get them to do is chap off these cinder blocks in the corner here and put a nice bit on the end. We've got loads of big bits lying about just to finish it off, and that'll be it. There's a gate hung here already. That swings to that post. Slabs all along the top. That chunk of brick, maybe they can just take that little corner piece off just to leave it flush, make it a bit neater, and then we just might hang a gate across here for using this as a bit of a holding pen. They're working with a bit of a squint wall, but oh, that's beautiful. It's just going to stop the moisture getting in these walls, because there used to be a roof on them, so that stopped the moisture, but now that we've knocked it down, it's slowly degrading, so if we don't do anything about it now, they will just fall down. And it's quite a nice wall, so we want to keep it. Last wee job, we'll pull a few stumps out of this bit of wood. Got the ripper on, and I tried one the other day when I was passing just to see if it was work, and it's working beautifully. Like a treat, although that is a relatively small one. We'll see what the big ones are like. Like this next one. Around to putting my thumb on, this would be perfect. Rip them out, pick up, dump in the heap. Right there. I've not got it on yet.
Waiting on some beautiful boy to save you from your old
Started to make a dent. 110 to go.